Hey everyone, it's Brittany, and welcome to my first solo episode on my podcast To Die For, where we talk about beauty. We're going to be hitting the theme on beauty obsession and doom scrolling. I wanted to do this by myself because I feel like this is a very sensitive topic and a lot of women can relate to it nowadays. Today, we're gonna think, why do we have to have a conversation about this and why I am deciding to talk about it. Constant doom scrolling causes a lot of insecurities, and I know a lot of people that suffer with looking and comparison, and since the podcast beforehand we talked about it, I wanted to emphasize a little bit on what that means and why it's so bad. The culture of beauty obsession. I am one that I am obsessed with anything that has to do with beauty, obviously. I have this whole podcast talking about it. But it gets to a point where I'm so obsessed that I can't even sleep sometimes at night thinking about how I look and the comparison that I do constantly, not only to me with others, me with myself and how I used to look like before. And looking at photos where I used to look totally different than what I look like now, and how looking at those pictures, how it can lead to, depression and very serious topics. This culture, it shows you how influencers use filters. I use filters, and how you constantly are comparing yourself to people that don't even look like that in person. So, yeah. Now, what is doom scrolling, right? Doom scrolling is basically when you're on a social media platform and you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and you're feeding yourself knowledge over some certain topics that your platform is giving you, right? So yeah, that's me, and mine is beauty. If I show you my Instagram right now, it's just all girls being girly, and it's hard because it's just all beautiful people looking like their perfect self, and it's very hard. That's what doom scrolling is, the hard truth, right? You're just scrolling onto that. Now, emotional effects, anxiety, as I mentioned before in the introduction. I can't sleep at night because I'm anxious. I'm anxious because I can't stop thinking on how I look and why don't I look perfect like these other human beings, right? Insecurities, your low self-esteem, all of that, right? And the pressure that you have to look constantly perfect. Oh, I look like that like a week ago. Why don't I look like that right now? Like, how can I fix myself? How can I better myself? And I'm not saying that personally is wrong. I'm saying that the obsession that it brings, where you can't even enjoy like a party without thinking, oh my God, I can't wear that swimsuit because I ate a burger and now like my stomach is hanging, and that feeling, that is really hard, that constant perfection. So yeah, it could lead to just thinking and overthinking. And the reality is that no one really cares. Let's be honest. Like, do you look at somebody and care? No, you don't. You don't care on how someone looks. The only reason why people talk about it is, like, if they were to talk about you, it's because they're thinking about it themselves. Like, they're thinking about themselves that way, So they need to try to make themselves feel better in order to, be secure. So, now let's talk about the algorithm effect. Like I mentioned, the algorithm effect is just when you're constantly scrolling, it's the same thing on and on, especially like one video. It's just gonna keep going, and it's gonna keep showing you oh my God, 3 tips to lose weight if you're feeling sad or if you're feeling a little bit overweight. And it's like people are constantly getting EDs because of this. I feel like I had to control myself a little bit because I felt like I was getting an ED. So I've had an eating disorder before. ED means eating disorder. And it is hard. have people around you saying like, oh my God, you can't eat that because you're gonna get like that. So imagine you watching that constantly, having people tell you how to eat, how to look, how to serve yourself, and you are down to doom scrolling and you cannot stop yourself. Digital fatigue, your mental health, it drains you. Like I mentioned, you can't go out, you can't do things. You limit yourself to doing things just because of the way you look. That you don't want to get up, you don't want to do anything because you feel like a failure. So that is why you have to limit yourself from doom scrolling. You have to reclaim your self-image. You have to say, I am beautiful the way I am. Like I was talking in my previous podcast, if you want to look at it, it really says that every girl or every guy or girl, everybody, we are constantly comparing ourselves, and we have to see ourselves in nature and how beautiful it is. And like, hey, you need to learn how to love yourself and not feed the people what they want, okay? They want you to not love yourself so they can get money out of you. Not because they care about you. They don't care about you. People are posting those things. They're not really happy. Or they probably are, but most of them are not. If you're posting constantly, if you're taking videos, think about it. You're having so much fun. Why? Like, you're not even gonna think about recording it, you know? Only when you're bored, you're like, oh wait, I'm gonna record because I'm so bored. Like, and then you think that this person is living their life, their fun life, but in reality, they're just like bored and they just want to feel something, validation. You have to create a healthy social media habit, right? That is something that you have to do. Don't follow people that you are gonna feel insecure about. Try to follow people that are gonna help you feel better, because not everybody on social media shows the like beautiful parts. They also show the reality, and that's the people that I decided to follow now, because I want to sleep at night. So yeah, just follow influencers like Spencer Barbosa. I love her so much. She talks about how to better yourself, but in a healthy way, right? And that's why I love her so much. So I'm gonna put her picture up here so you guys can see who I'm talking about. And maybe you can follow her on Instagram and see, like, if you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, she could be somebody that you can look at and be really happy and not feel like constant need of comparison. Even though she's a beautiful person, she's not showing you all the good sides. She's also showing you the sides that she struggles with, right? So yeah, follow people that are gonna be good for you, not make you feel sad for who you are, right? And don't let anybody dictate who you should be. You should be your own person. You should live your life without seeing others and wanting it only. Like, yeah, it's normal to want somebody else's life sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, sometimes I want to live like these famous people, okay? But that's not normal to constantly do that, because you can have a goal and you could achieve your goal, but don't be mean to yourself, you know? Don't be mean to yourself. Love yourself. And this episode is for the people that are struggling and that have their insecurities. Like, I promise you, it will get better. And if you need a friend, right? I'm here for you. I know people that are watching me right now are people that I have on social media, and I just want to say, don't compare yourself to nobody, and I love you. And you know what? Come, text me, we can talk, we can hang. I'm gonna leave my Instagram profile or you guys can see it, and yeah, we can just like talk or whatever if you're feeling insecure, and we can just be happy together and enjoy our lives without constantly posting things. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed this mini episode with only me, Aphrodite, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye.